I've been getting a lot of love on my first video and my pretty much only barber video. I have over 17,000 views, 500 something likes, and a lot of comments that I really appreciate. So today we are going to get into a little bit about myself and where I have taken my career, because it's been almost about a year since I've last made a video, as well as a couple tips on how to become a better barber. So to begin with myself, last time I spoke to you guys, I was in the garage cutting full-time and coaching basketball. A year ago I went on to this trip to Cabo, right, with my girlfriend, and my mindset going on the trip was to relax, but right as soon as I got back, my goal was to grind as hard as I could in this barbering game. I was joining an apprenticeship program. So if those of you who don't know what an apprenticeship program is, it is half the time you're in school, the other half of the time you are in a shop working. So I like that route for barbers who know what they're doing and are comfortable cutting in a shop or, you know, an uncomfortable situation for a beginning barber. I would definitely pick the apprenticeship program. If you are not comfortable with cutting and you don't have that much experience cutting, I would definitely join a barber school, because they're gonna teach you a little bit more about cutting hair and give you more opportunity to mess up, if you will, and give you more opportunity to learn. I think that's a better way to put it. Right now I have been working about 40 hours a week, continuing to grow my clientele. Work as hard as you can right now. Like, you should never be more hungry to work as hard as you can, to try to promote yourself, to try to give out business cards to people, to post pictures on Instagram, to look at video, like all this stuff. We're gonna get into that a little bit later in this video, but that's what I've been doing over the last year, is just kind of taking all the barber stuff in, working very hard, trying to maintain a healthy lifestyle, and trying to ultimately just put myself in a situation to where in a couple years I could look back and say, you know what, I did it to my best ability. I work at Vision's Barbershop in Santa Rosa, California. For those of you who don't know where Santa Rosa, California is, it is where some of the craziest wildfires have actually happened over the last couple of years. So I don't know if you watch the news or stuff like that, but if you can relate to that, that is where I live. Vision's Barbershop is a new barbershop. We are owned by JT the Barber. His Instagram's right here, and Shane's Cuts, Shane Brown. Those two own the shop, and they have welcomed me in very politely and very professional. So I'm grateful to be working with them. Let's move on to the point of this video, the title of this video: how to become a successful barber. I've watched a bunch of videos on how to become a successful barber. I think the cool thing about different videos is different perspectives. The way that I became a successful barber may not be the way this barber became a successful barber, or this barber became a successful barber. That's just not how life works, right? Everybody has a different perspective. Everybody can offer something to the table, and this is why I post this, is because people can grab something from me, they can grab something from this barber, they can grab something from this barber, so it completes them. That's the way that I look at it, right? And I think that's important, because you can't just watch one video and then, take all these things and just think it's all gonna work. With time and commitment and all that, everything will fall in place for you as an individual, right? But I'm gonna do my part right now. I'm gonna explain 8 steps on how to become a successful barber. My first step is select the style you want to get great in. Now, as you know, there's a lot of different styles of barbering. Barbers like to cut simple haircuts. Some people like to do fades. Some people like to do tapers. Some people like to do hair styling. Some people like to style with the blow dryer. Some people like to do comb overs. Some people like to do low fades, high fades, everything. There's so many different styles, right? Some people like to do designs. Pick something. Pick something that you want to zone in and focus on, because if you don't do that, you're going to get so overwhelmed and try to get good at everything at once, and you're never gonna perfect something. I'm gonna be straight up with them. I'm not gonna try to do something I don't want to do. I'm not gonna try to get out of my comfort zone and mess myself up in the shop and be mad at myself, right? I'm gonna just tell them, hey, you know, personally, I'm not ready for this. I'm not devoted to this, and I'm gonna stick to what I know. So I can give you a clean haircut. I might lose out on that client, but guess what? I'm gonna make sure that my service is 100%, and I'm confident that I barred him, right? So I think that's very important. That's my number one step. Select the style you want to succeed in. Number two, how to become a successful barber. Don't be scared of sacrifice. Don't be scared of sacrifice is huge, right? This sacrifice might be for somebody, you know, who has a job right now that they don't like and they're miserable in, right? And they hate their life pretty much, right? They don't enjoy doing what they do. So sacrificing that job, that might be your sacrifice. Another sacrifice, the people you hang around. I know for a fact that the people you hang around and the energy that they provide to your life is important. So sometimes we got to sacrifice some of those people that are just unhealthy for you, that are toxic, that ultimately just make you a lower version of yourself. And we all know, if you're watching this video, you want to become great, right? So that may be a sacrifice that you might need to look into. One of the things I had to sacrifice is a lot of time for searching for other jobs that I wanted. I love basketball. I had to sacrifice basketball, man. I love basketball. I coached for 2 years, and I had to sacrifice coaching. I said, you know what, I'm done with this. I want to be able to commit myself to barbering. One, because I loved it. Two, because you can make great money. It's not about money, but it was getting the job done for myself, and I loved it, so why not? I had to sacrifice that. I had to sacrifice certain people that I was hanging around every single day because it was just unhealthy for me, and that's big. So don't be scared of sacrifice, because at the end of this thing, your life's gonna be amazing, dude. And I'm telling you, it is worth it at the end of the day. You might not see it right now when you're sacrificing, but 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years down the line, you're gonna be like, you know what, this helped me. You know what I'm saying? Number 3. Now, we haven't even brought up clippers yet, bro. So I'm telling you, this is important. Mold this into your mind before you even pick up a clipper. I'm telling you. Want to make the barber game better. Now, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, there's a lot of barbershops that are unprofessional. There's a lot of barbershops that are inappropriate. There's a lot of barbershops that, you know, a lot of clientele can't walk in, you know, parents or kids, like they don't feel comfortable. So I say make the game better. Have that in your mindset, because you don't want a bad reputation on yourself. You don't want to be showing up late to your clients. You don't want to be flaking. You don't want to disrespect them any type of way, right? So make the barber game better. Make people believe that barbers are special. Make people believe that barbers are something worth. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to be able to be positive. We don't want to talk down on other barbers. We don't want to say, oh, I'm better than this barber, I'm better than that barber. That's nonsense, right? So we want to be able to have this trust with other barbers that are making the game better. We want to have trust with them. We want to have trust with our clientele that we are great people, we are a great community, and we are not unprofessional, that we can offer great service. And just like a chained business like Target or like Best Buy or something, like these people, they hire all these people and they work to a certain standard, you know, that the business wants them to work. So we need to set that standard for ourselves, right? And make the game better. Make this a great opportunity for people to realize that, you know what, barbers are not only cutting my hair, they are building relationships with me. They are helping me with my, you know, you can have a conversation, help somebody with their anxiety. They can come in walking in like just miserable, looking miserable, feeling miserable. Something just happened to them. Something literally just happened to them that is the worst thing in their life. But by the time you're done cutting them, you talk to them, you know, you're real with them. They come out with a clean cut and they come out with a clean mind walking out, because you just helped them in a way. That's why I consider myself a counselor, right? A therapist. That's what I wanted to be before I was a barber. I just didn't want to go to school for it. So there's a lot of opportunity, man, within this game that we have. We just got to make sure it's positive and that it's something that people can look up to. Let's focus on those three right now. Select your style you want to succeed in. Don't be scared of sacrifice. Number 3, want to make the game better. Those 3, before you even pick up a clipper. Those are the 3 things that I want you guys to zone in on. Write down on a piece of paper right now, right? If you do that, I guarantee you, your mindset, you set a foundation. You set a foundation for yourself, and it will last forever. Now we get into clippers and things that you can actually cut with, right? Get yourself a decent clipper and a trimmer. Be open and transparent to try out different things. Yes, clippers can get expensive over time, right? But you gotta think about it. Everything you buy within your realm of clippers, combs, blow dryers, everything like that, that is an investment, because those things are making you more money at the end of the day. The clippers that I use right now that I actually love are the Wall cordless seniors. Those are my favorite clippers right now, and I also use the Wall Magic clips. So for those of you who do not know what the seniors look like, these are it, and they have no cord. They're cordless. I believe in them, man. They work well for me, and they're my go-tos. They're powerful, they last long, and I just trust them. You guys are gonna be surprised on this one. I have not felt good about these clippers personally, because when I first got them, they were just kind of, I don't know, I just didn't like them, man. And this is where everybody starts out with. I feel like a lot of people start with the Andy's TI liners with the cord. I got the cordless ones, and for some reason, these things hit hella hard. I don't know what the hell happened to them, but overnight they moved themselves or something. So these are my go-tos, also, as well as the Gamma hard hitters. Those things are hitters, bro, I'm telling you. So that's what I use. But get yourself a decent clipper, do your research, try them out, but don't feel obligated to get this $200 clipper, because that's not going to make you cut good hair overnight. Number 5. Now we're off to the second half. Number 5 is going to be take classes on areas of work you struggle in. Some people struggle in styling hair with the blow dryer. Some people struggle in fading. Some people struggle in lining up. Some people struggle in beard work. Some people struggle with designs. I was interested in joining a class that can help me out with scissor haircuts, right? Because scissor cuts are difficult. It's something that you can't, or that you don't really just look up on YouTube and start to learn. Like, I feel like people just think the fade is more important, right? Let me tell you something. Scissor cuts and shear work are more important than fading, because it sets a foundation for the fade. If you learn how to do this section of the head and then fade, it's a wrap. It was a blessing to be a part of that, because it was something that I had absolutely no idea in. I felt confident in fading. I thought I was really good at fading, but until I picked up some shears, actually, like I did my shear work before, but until I actually learned different sectionings and shear work, instruction, I wasn't very comfortable, and it was very awkward. So take classes on areas of work you struggle in, because this will ultimately fill holes, in your barber life. Number 6, cut people you are close to build confidence. This one is a no-brainer to me. I think, we're all not fortunate, and we all maybe not have people that we're close to that will let them cut their hair. But if you have a brother, a cousin, a dad, an uncle, anything, man, like, ask them if they're willing, a friend, a close friend, ask them if they're willing for you to cut their hair. If you're doing it to somebody that you're close with, you'll be able to share a different experience with them rather than being a random person that doesn't know you and they have these high expectations. I started out on my little brother, and I look back on pictures, dude, and I'm gonna be straight up, I messed him up. But at the end of the day, that helped me become a better barber, guaranteed. His patience, you know, he thought they were clean back in the day until I started really blessing him about, you know, a couple years ago. Don't pressure yourself too much in the beginning, at least. And then, you know, down the line, then take more risks. But for beginner barbers, I would suggest cutting people that are close to you because it's much easier, and I believe that it is much more likely for you to build confidence that way. That's just what I believe. Number 7, use a bad experience as motivation, right? So this kind of ties in to number 6 in cutting people that you're close with. If you have a bad experience, don't get down on yourself. Maybe, you know, you lined up somebody and unfortunately this side went up a little bit higher, right? And they noticed it. They called you out for it. They're like, hey, you know, hey Michael, this side looks higher, right? Use it as motivation. Look at it again. Try to fix it. You know what I'm saying? If you really messed up to where you can't really fix it, like, remember that. Remember the time that it didn't feel good to mess up, so that next time you can take that couple extra seconds to make sure that it looks right, okay? Number 8 is learn from your client. Learn from your client. The ability to learn from your client is so important because they might be picky at the end of the day, but I guarantee you they'll make you a better barber. And you know, some of the people that I've cut before, I've had some picky people, dude. I'm telling you right now, like, the taper was literally perfect, right? And they just, one little thing that they wanted, like, I don't know what they're reviewing, but you know, it would have made them happy if I would have taken my time on that. So learn from your client and trust your client that they know what they want. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones rocking the haircut. We're not the ones rocking the haircut. So what we see on our eyes may not be what they want. So learn from your client, be able to take advice from your client on what they want, the style that they want, the way that they want their hair to lay down, all that stuff. Like, we need to be able to take that in, and don't try to tell your client what they want, because that's unacceptable. Like, they're the ones paying you at the end of the day. So those are my 8 steps on how to become a better barber. It's not all about the physical part of life, and we need to be able to set a mindset and a foundation in this barber game to make us better beings and better barbers. So those top 3, select the style you want to succeed in, don't be scared of sacrifice, and want to make the game better and stay positive. Those 3 are my top 3. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I want to be able to do a tutorial next, so stay tuned for that. For now, like, subscribe, share this video, comment, let me know what you guys think about this video, because I took my time on writing down some notes and tried to give you guys the best information and my experience in this barber game. So I appreciate you guys for watching this video. Tune in if you want to follow me on Instagram. My name will be right here. It's @m.wombold. My content is on there. My shop address is on there. If you guys are, you know, streaming down Santa Rosa one day, come through, get a cut. We would love to get you in. Just stay positive. I hope everybody is okay from this coronavirus thing, man. I'll be praying for every single person, asking God that you would protect people throughout this crazy situation that we have going on in life right now. But stay blessed. I guarantee you success if you follow some of these steps and set them in stone in your heart and in your life. So thank you. Hope you enjoyed this video. Much love to y'all. Peace out, y'all.